Welcome, beautiful hearts, to this week's energy update as we move into the equinox gateway. And once again, as we draw ourselves deeper into becoming the sun, the light of God upon this sacred earth, there is the clearing and the purging that is going on at the deepest levels of our beingness, as we're again finding this balance between our own divine masculine and feminine spirits, this balance in our relationships. Family issues are still coming up, and we're experiencing such an intense clearing energetically for the sacred earth at this time. So how is that affecting all of us? I can say personally, for the last couple of days, it's been quite mucky. Just a lot of clearing coming up, emotions surfacing, anger, despondency, disillusionment, and then bouncing back again into holding the frequency light codes of solar Christ consciousness. So this is really the wave of clearing that we've been energetically experiencing, possibly for ourselves, as the remnants of the negative ego unraveling and being accepted into the loving heart. But of course, so much of this work has actually really just been experienced upon Gaia at this time, as we move through not only our own process of the light body, and many of us as the light tribe are at this level of what we call the universal light body. It's the merging and integration of the higher self, and the higher self in the energy system that is more commonly understood is 12 soul rays, of which we are one. So this is the first point of that soul merge, that connection into Christ consciousness through the integration at a deeper level of our own soul energy. And we experience this then in this initial stage through the merging with our multidimensional selves, through our Pleiadian, our Sirian, our Andromedan, our Turian selves, through our ancient Egyptian selves, through our Atlantean and Lemurian selves, all these aspects of ourselves that are moving into the DNA, that are creating greater levels of knowing and experience of wisdom, love, and of course coming deeper with this too into holding ourselves as a flame of divinity upon the sacred earth, as these gifts are coming up in new ways for all of us. We're finding new expressions of self in the way that we connect with others, and also how we experience our own reality as sovereign beings. What works for us, what isn't working for us. A lot of this density has still been dropped, and part of the energy of this equinox bringing through also this time the rays of creation. And these are the rays that spiral forth from the cosmic heart of Mother, Father, God, dimensionally through the different stars, and then through the sun as our stargates for the solar system and into this Milky Way galaxies. So we're seeing so much then of the imbuing of these beautiful ray frequencies that are also held within Shambhala, the etheric spiritual headquarters of the sacred earth, spiraling onto this earth, and our soul is imbued within these ray frequencies. And right now we're having the 12 plus 1. It's almost as gateways that are being experienced are lifting us deeper into this expression or experience of whether we call this solar Christ consciousness or to the next level of galactic Christ consciousness. A very powerful moment in time that is also being experienced through the inner alchemical marriage of our divine masculine and feminine spirits, and of course into all relationships that we are having at this time, in deeper levels of conscious communication, and also in forgiveness, letting go of blame, as well as experiencing too the template of abundance and manifestation. So these are the two templates that are coming online at this time as we embody new levels of our multidimensional selves. This is, we call this golden liquid light and unity consciousness, which is birthing the next level of our light body, birthing new creations, new realities of unity consciousness. And we take a moment to simply experience this, breathe it through the body, connecting into the inner earth sun, into the sun within our loving hearts, to the sun, the central sun, the great central sun, and ask for the spiraling light ray frequencies to ignite within our loving hearts through our chakras, and of course onto the sacred earth, because that is what's happening now, is all those souls that are choosing to experience new earth, that are choosing the patterns of perfection, are now birthing too into the first level light body, moving beyond the needs of self into deeper levels of unity consciousness or Christ consciousness. And we're finding this too as we are coming together a lot more at this level as one unified field of light, as one heart, one love, in the connections that we are making with our soul brothers, our soul sisters, soulmates, twin flame frequencies. All of this is igniting, because this is the point now of just deepening into the next level light body, which is the merging and integration of these 12 souls of which we are one, and from there leading us through that universal or that golden liquid light body frequency into the next level light body, which we call, whether we call this a diamond or the I am avatar light body or the monadic light body. We are at this point of experiencing the spiritual initiation or ascension, and with that moving into the physical ascension, which is really then coming deeper into the body. How's the body feeling? What is being released? What is still toxic within the body? What is still toxic within our environment? This is really just deep, deep, deep levels of clearing. And this year has been so much about integrating not only the flame of the divine feminine into greater levels of self-love, self-appreciation and self-nurturing, but also into new co-creations with the divine masculine. So our own divine masculine, as we integrate and love these aspects of ourselves, it's a reflection still of what we're clearing on one level. So for many, there still might be just a sense of anger coming up, frustration coming up as we move into our own divine masculine spirits. We may not be initially greeted with just this incredible welcoming and surrender to the divine feminine in union, in this reunion of hearts. That could be really just this perceived sense of, primarily the word that's coming to mind is frustration of things not quite settling in to a way that we would like it, and the divine masculine saying, well, you know, I've been doing so much of this work for us and pulling us ahead and looking out for us and looking after us, and I'm really just feeling right now frustrated and angry at life, a little bit annoyed with, you know, not finding that perfect balance. And again, all that this is requiring from us is just that deep level of surrender, and surrender into not only the knowing that all is divinely unfolding as it's always meant to be in that perfect time, as we listen to the universe and bring to us not only the lessons but greater levels of our incredible gifts. And this is coming online with this template of abundance and this template of manifestation. So many of the projects that have been put on hold are now coming through to be taken to that next level of expression in however that may be for us, or new jobs, new skills, new gifts, extrasensory perception gifts. All of that is just taking us into places that are aligning us ever deeper into the cosmic heart of Mother, Father, God, and the angelic templates that are activating too of forgiveness and love is really just saying to us, forgive ourselves first for not only imagining we were unworthy, but also let the aspects of ourselves forgive each other, because that is the reflection of how we're forgiving others, if we even feel that need to. Mostly once we move into forgiveness of self, all else falls into place where we can simply release, let go of attachments, and let go of that which is no longer working for us. There may still be some issues coming up or some old patterns coming up, and I get the sense too is as we're purging on the lower astral level, as we're clearing for humanity and lifting all life into the next level of their soul's forward evolution, part of that too is also moving deeper into the kasha and the lower levels of the kasha, where we're clearing not only the human miscreations but actually understanding what is maybe the same issues that are coming up for us all the time that we seem to be experiencing, that we need to embrace within our loving hearts. And are these issues coming through from family lineage, which is coming up really quite a bit at this time? Are these issues genetically inherited? Are these issues from past lives? So as we just move into this last level of unraveling the negative ego, we can really just know that we're holding that light of God upon this sacred earth through our loving hearts, through our wisdom, through our power, through our love, this threefold flame igniting, activating, and taking us now in the creation of this cosmic map to the heart of Mother, Father, God, where all is love. And we're feeling, experiencing, and sensing that so much more in our everyday lives. We're moving into the ignition as we deepen into the solstice energy, the 22nd, the 23rd. We're having the ignition of so much of these light, color, sound frequencies through and within the unity grid, and we can lift our own vibration accordingly by bringing through the sonic frequencies, by playing the music, by taking that time for ourselves at this moment in time, and just more importantly, really just allowing our own biorhythms to guide us in these oscillating waves of light and crystalline consciousness that are coming online. Ask us to take that time out for the body. This is a time too that you may need a lot more sunlight as we're moving not only into the energy of the solar Christ consciousness, and of course there's the equinox energy, but actually this is also really about the sun light consciousness igniting within the body, and it can be assisted by vitamin D for those that are not getting out into the sun as much, or that are still experiencing a little bit of the winter months. So lots of vitamin D at this time, lots of super green energies, lots of maybe aches and pains going into the muscles, going into the bones, doing some turmeric with that, maybe MSM, or just finding ways to just be gentle with oneself at this time. So amazing things are happening, and really just with all the purging and clearing, as these open hearts, we simply just hold the flame of love and allow that to move through us very, very quickly as much as we can. What I've put together too is this wonderful little transmission on working with Akashic Records. I thought it might be quite nice to just deepen into that in our own insight and understanding, and from there also just release all that's still being released, these unresolved issues of false beliefs and judgment. Recalibration of the central nervous system is also coming up here, the sensory system, and again this cosmic brain reintegration, if I can call it, it's that, this rebalancing of the pineal, hypothalamus, thalamus, and pituitary glands. And following the equinox energy, we're moving shortly after that, I think it's September the 24th, into the full moon energy. So everything is going to be just shining in the light, escalated, amplified, not only bringing up what is needing to be integrated and seen, but using that as the platform of this month of new beginnings, having passed through the 999 gateway, having passed through the 911, holding the flame of divine love, and now deepening into the experience of solar Christ consciousness, which is actually a beautiful ray. We call this the 13th ray of solar service. It's a ray of manifestation. So just releasing the old stuck sense that things aren't coming together to a new flow, a new guidance, a new series of gifts, igniting, activating, and sharing with others, at the same time experiencing the rebalancing of the divine masculine and feminine, and also the healing of the wounds in our relationships with others. And for all of us, this is about male energy at this time. So regardless of our gender, we're working with the rebalancing of our own divine masculine and feminine, with the focus on the masculine aspects of ourselves, and with that too all relationships that we have with father figures, with family that emulate the masculine energy, in particular with partners, past relationships, whatever it may be. And from that place of love, we simply let go. We observe, we understand each unique experience as we love all that arises, taking it deep into our loving hearts. So from my heart and to yours and to the cosmic hearts of all creation, blessings in love. Namaste.